bitch, I'm a savage.
Fucking, who's your favorite guy?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm bad with that when it comes to basically anything.
No, I feel that. I gotta be honest. I kind of love I think Dr. Robbie might be the perfect protagonist of this. I've really come to appreciate, especially I watched ER after I started watching ER after watching this, and the Pitt is just so much better. Like, granted, it doesn't have 15 seasons worth of like bad soap opera stuff on top of being like 1 or 2 seasons of like really good medical drama, but like, God, dude, Noah Weil, incredible.
He's a good central figure to hang your show on.
Exactly.
Because he's like, well, he's the classic, he is really good at his job, and he is like fairly charismatic and sympathetic in his motives, but like he doesn't
overpower anyone.
Yeah, but he is like kind of flawed and arrogant.
Yeah.
Like he's not he's not Mr. Perfect. He's good enough to be the anchor for the show as like the leading doctor that has like credibility that you want to watch succeed, but not like Mr. Guy who's always right all the time, owning everybody.
He's, you know what he kind of reminds me of is like, you remember during like early Gamergate?
Sure. Okay.
Like there was that pushback against like John McBioWare, like the straight white protagonist, but they would throw in like the good ones of that, where they just create like a generic white guy and give him just enough of a character, but like let him be broad enough that the audience can then sort of fill in the cracks and let other characters sort of take the place of depth.
It was like with like Mad Max Fury Road, when people were like,
exactly,
oh, it's a bad movie because the main guy's a guy, but he's kind of a perspective vehicle for the other characters.
I'm thinking kind of specifically like they would post that image of like, this is all the straight white guys that are just the cover mascot of their franchise or whatever. And like half of them are Call of Duty characters. But the one that I always remember is that they'll put like Solid Snake on there. And that's who Noah Weil is to me, is like the Solid Snake of medicine, where it's like, we need a guy who you can sell his character almost completely by just the clothes that he has on and his voice.
Yeah.
Like, but also he can stretch it just enough to carry like some really tense moments, but also you're going to want to let him hang back and let, the other character actors that you've got take their spin at the narrative, at controlling the narrative for a while. You let your revolver ocelots, who in this case would be Dr. Langdon.
Yeah.
Drive the ship for a while. Focus on them for a little bit.
He's an anchor point, or like a fulcrum.
Exactly.
He's sort of the pole in the middle that you orbit around. He's like the
perfect neutral lens that you can view this world to.
Yeah, with all the other characters.
Exactly.
Because it's... hello, everybody. Welcome to Pitt-chat, our casual hangout Patreon episode experiment where we head off future derails about the HBO hospital drama The Pitt by just getting it out of our system now.
We should kind of introduce ourselves. So, Stu, how did you get into The Pitt?
Well, everybody else was talking about how good it was, and I was just like, fucking, I don't know. I'm kind of in the mood for like real adult TV for grown-ups.
Yeah, no, same. Literally exactly the same. I think several people on Twitter have made this joke, but this show has a better word of mouth campaign than probably every single president since Reagan. The degree, I mean, like this show went from, I think they said like the premiere was like a couple million to being like the most watched show on television, like week to week. It was doing like something like 25 million an episode, which is like that's like Yellowstone numbers. And this is a show that's on a streamer.
That's numbers that TV show those were okay. Back in the day when you had like 3 or 4 broadcast network channels, if we count like Fox, kind of like in like the 90s. That was like good numbers for a show back then.
Exactly.
Like
this show is kind of like if they made a comic And it was like everything that I complained that comics weren't about, and then it became like the highest selling comic
and it sold like a million copies a month.
Like a billion, yeah, like it outsold Dragon Ball. Like they were just like, oh, we're gonna just do like a weird kind of Silver Age DC genre story, and then it becomes the highest selling comic of the year or something like that. It's insane, and kind of how it succeeds is in doing a lot of the things that we advocate for on the show, which is like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, you don't always have to innovate for the sake of innovation. Sometimes you can have a show with a literal stock title card. Like the title cards for the show are in fucking Times New Roman.
Hey, the title cards for Evangelion are in Times New Roman.
That's true. That's true. But it's like this, they don't even spruce it up. You know, this isn't some like we're naming the episodes after like Harlan Ellison stories shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it's literally just the time of day that the episode starts.
The doctor who shouted drugs at the heart of the world.
Yeah. Oh man, dude. This show kind of feels like Evangelion when it gets to the mass shooting part. Like I was kind of comparing the arc that Dr. Robbie goes through in our Discord server's Pitt-chat to like Guts Berserk.
A little bit. Yeah, I kind of see
like,
it. Yeah.
Dr. Langdon is Griffith.
I guess if you like sacrificed the whole rest of the cast demons, maybe spoilers
God,
for the first arc of Berserk.
You're just seeing like demons drag poor Dr. Mel into hell.
Oh God.
Also, we are gonna. So I guess very concise plot summary, and really, you should just go watch the show because there's. It's just good.
It's good TV, man. It's like it's like grandma used to make, man.
It really is. No, I think like grandma used to make. It's
better than that because like what grandma used to make is like ER, and this is better than ER was.
This is like that video of the like old black guy like skipping rope or whatever, and then they're like the captions like "Unc still got it," because part of the secret sauce of this show is this is basically just a bunch of ER cast and crew. Being like, what if we just made like the good parts of ER again that everyone liked and that were like made us the highest watched show on television history? What if we just do that again, but like on an HBO budget, which is comparatively small by today's standards? Because you used to just be able to make a hospital show for no money at all, and yeah, that's part of why the show excelled is because the budget was like comparatively small compared to your like Game of Thrones or your like The Penguin or whatever. Like good shows, but those are some of the highest.
Just have one location, a relatively small cast. Like you don't need to do any epic battles.
A relatively small cast of mostly unknowns and nepo babies. I kind of love that, and I don't know if you might not even know this, but Dr. King is played by Bryan Cranston's daughter.
Oh, what?
Yeah. No, that's Bryan Cranston's daughter.